goodness. See if I can get this fucking thing to stay without falling over and crashing and burning. Wildest of wild times, end of times, end of days, shit hits the fan. WROL. Está aquí. I got bugs in my garden. I got like some type of fucking caterpillars, or I don't know what you call them. So, seen a couple home remedies. We'll see which one ends up working. Friday, I'm just gonna go buy some neem oil, but I had ants and I had no bugs, and I got rid of the ants. Now I got little tiny bugs chewing up all my leaves on none of the fruit on any of the fruits or vegetables on any of the plants, but the leaves. So again, the ants are coming back slowly. So maybe I'll just leave the ants. Maybe they'll eat everything, and we'll go from there. The plants are super duper healthy though. That's the only thing keeping them going. But I'm just sitting here, just checking out the news like I do every day, and fuck, is it horrible? Is it horrible? Not only do we not have a country left, we don't have a free, God-given freedom of a country here left. We don't have shit left. It's just like I said before, a carcass of its once great self. But the shit that just is every day, non-stop, pounding in your face, and people in this country are still the same old lazy ass, weak ass motherfuckers that I said they were 10 years ago. They out and out want to fucking groom your kids. I seen something Mule shared earlier, and some LGBT bullshit talking about they'll groom your kids whether you like it or not. And you know what? They're absolutely right. This country, the people in this country, for the most part, are so lazy. So lazy is the biggest problem. I mean, you can't even get to the lack of courage part without, just ignore. You can't ignore the elephant in the room that Americans are lazy, and COVID made it even worse. Not only do people not want to work, but people simply don't even want to stand up and fight for themselves. They don't want to stand up and fight for their kids. They don't want to stand up and fight for their families, for their values. They don't want to stand up and do shit. A country full of lazy ass pussies. And it's just mind blowing. Totally fucking mind blowing. It's just, never mind, you won't stand up for your own personal liberty or freedom, your God-given rights that no one can take away from you. Never mind the fact you won't do that, but you won't even stick up for your kids. People won't even stick up for their kids. That's neither here nor there, I guess. Shortage on the formula. Another thing where through time, every kid's fucking allergic to everything. Every kid has to have, manufactured milk in a fucking factory. Some man-made leches for the babies. Moms don't even produce milk. Get away, Mr. B. Women can't even produce milk. Women don't even want to be women. Women don't even want to be in women roles. Men don't want to be in men roles. Men want to be pussies and just little bitches. And so, like, the news is disheartening enough, but finding out that most of this country isn't going to do shit every day, I think to myself, especially when they start talking about this gun control, they're going to start, you know, fucking pedo in chief, he could come out overnight and just make a declaration like Justin Trudeau did up there in Canada. And what are people here going to do about it? They're going to go buy a bunch of guns and they're going to go buy a bunch of ammo and they're just going to try to get what they can get and fucking bury it underground or whatever the thinking is of people, you know. Is there a good amount of people in this country that are digging in, fortifying positions, and just absolutely not going to tolerate this bullshit? I guess we can only hope so, you know. Gas goes up, what, 10 cents overnight? We're not even to summer yet. I keep trying to tell people. I said this when the gas started going up. We're not even to summer yet. Gas is through the fucking roof. This is so over the top fucking nonsense. Everything that you would think and dream about and hope for, whether it's a vacation or buying or building a house, is destroyed. Everything is destroyed in a matter of, what's this dude been, the controller of the country for what, a year and a half, right? We had a year and a half. Yeah, I think we're at a year and a half, a year and 5 months. And there's pretty much nothing left of America. It's pretty much gone. All the songs that they used to sing and that you still sing about the good old days, all the movies, representing, reminiscing on those good old times that America was, is not where we are. 2022 is so far off of where I imagined the world being when I was a kid. You know, the future, flying cars and shit. I know it's cliche, but flying cars, an advanced civilization, curing cancer. You know what I mean? Maybe ending poverty or something. I don't know. You know, big dreams as a little kid. And it's crazy because no one gives a fuck. You know, I don't even know why I do these little things that I do on here anymore. Because I put them up and nobody fucking watches them. Nobody gives a fuck. KTA, baby. KTA. Won't have a country when you wake up in the morning. You'd be in a fucking bread line. You'd be a fucking peasant. You'd be just another number under the king's finger. Another cog in the machine, another brick in the wall, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But you look at the news, yeah, I mean, it's horrible. The fact that they could install this dude, maybe every dude was installed, but the most blatantly obvious, against what everyone wanted, in your face, eat a dick with AIDS on the tip scenario is this dude, this pedophile running the country. Pedophiles being appointed in the highest places of government and telling you what you're gonna do with your kids. People out there protesting and going fucking, going crazy, going psychopathic over the option to kill babies. At the same time screaming for your guns to be taken away because they facilitate, they help add to the mentally ill fucks in this country. And you know, it's like save the kids, right, at any extent, right, except for if they're in the womb, and up until they come out of the womb you should be able to abort the babies. I mean, the logic behind all of this, to think how could anybody be how could anybody be a communist? You know, how could anybody? What's the point of even living? You know, I mean, the life of a communist is so fucking miserable and so backwards and has no justification and nothing, no moral compass, no it's not a healthy lifestyle. So what kind of people could fucking be a communist? I guess demons. I guess not even real people, but fucking demons, straight up Satanists, you know. I mean, what would it take for you to fight for communist causes? Like, you just have to be a sick fucker all the way off the rail. That'd have to be you to be a communist. And yet, there's a ton of them in this country. And yet, the conservatives on the right, I wish they quit calling them conservatives. Just call them pussies. Because that's really what they are. Conservative. Conserve what? They don't conserve shit. They don't conserve. They don't preserve. They don't anything. They allow everything to be taken, and sometimes even jump on board the crazy train to have your freedoms and your liberties taken. They're all corrupt. They're all fucking corrupt. And I've been saying it for so many years. It's fucking stupid. And it pisses me off. Motherfuckers are so sorry. I never ever thought that people would be this sorry, you know. I thought, damn man, there's a lot of warriors, you know, they get sent overseas and you know, wasted on these fucking unconstitutional, endless bullshit ass wars for resources or for one man's political gain, you know. But then you see some of the, like, you know, respected quote unquote military members, retired and active duty, and they want to be signed up to go on to the next one in Ukraine, or they already been over there fighting, either, you know, undercover or out in the open, you know. They're over there, they're fighting for that shit. That's, to me, that's treason. That's high treason. You're gonna go over there, you're gonna fight for some other fucking country, you're gonna fight for a government Obama installed. And so you say to yourself, oh fuck, well, you know, well, I thought those were the warriors. Well, you guessed wrong, because most of these motherfuckers, they're over there and they're totally shook. Almost everybody that's went over there, these foreign legions to go over there and help Ukraine, you know, you gotta be a total fucking idiot. They go over there and they're over there for 3 or 4 weeks, like they're on a little mini deployment, like they're on a workup, you know. You know, they come back and they come back to their cushy little fucking seat and their fucking AC and all that back here to tell you how bad the Russians are, this, that, and the other, and the Ukrainians are getting slaughtered, and shit's all fucked up over there, and I can't believe that I was over there. I barely made it back, this, that, and the other. It's like what happened to James Yeager, right? Fucking tool. A whole tool bag. I mean, James Yeager's been a piece of shit probably since he came out of the womb, right? But then he fucking goes over there to Ukraine so he could fucking. He's a treasonous piece of shit too. He's a mercenary. He's a narc. I don't think Yeager has one good quality about him. Not one. Not one righteous. Not one. You know. What up, Sap? There ain't nothing good about that motherfucker, and there's a whole bunch of lines of America and Americans that are just like him. Bunch of fucking ex-cops, bunch of ex-military, you know, that you would think should fucking see the bigger picture, but their heads are so far up their ass, you know, they get high off of smelling their own shit. And so the fucking news is as bad as it could possibly be. This country's in the baddest shape it's probably ever been in. Maybe some historians would argue we've been in worse shape before, but were we ever attacked from within like this before? That's where I would argue. You know, somebody wants to tell you, oh well, you know, gas prices were high back in the day in the 70s and 80s. We had a gas crisis, and what the fuck do you call this? This is insanity. You know, I think When I left Las Vegas 3 years ago, two and a half years ago, when I left Vegas 2.5 years ago, gas was three something. And I was thinking to myself, buying gas all the time, having to drive in and out of town for work, this is too much. This is too much. Rent 1,200 at one place, 1,400 at another place. I thought to myself, as just a fucking regular dude, not college educated, just using my common sense, my critical thinking that my mother and father blessed me with. This is too much. This is ridiculous. This is fucking out of control. All of it, the gas, the taxes, the fees, the registrations. How the fuck are you gonna pay $500-600 on a car for registration every year? And then I come out here and I pay 35 bucks. We even registered two new cars when we first got out here. One was like 50 and one was like 40. Fishing license in Nevada was like $40, $45. My license out here is $10.50. And some people go down the rabbit hole and say, well, you shouldn't even have to. Well, yeah, you shouldn't have to have a lot of shit. But hunting license and fucking, I'm not fretting about the hunting and the fishing license out here because it's so fucking cheap, especially for what you get back out of it. So, yeah, I mean, what up, Ray Clay? I mean, that's a possibility. I know that, I know that property and growing and raising your own food is so critical right now. A lot of people, they think way too far down the road in terms of preparing for that thing coming. I procrastinate on some things like work. Work. How about work? You procrastinate a little bit on work. A job's got to get done, but you procrastinate on it a little bit. But when you're talking about your life being, your well being, your family's well being, you should see we are all the way off the cliff. The train has gone all the way off the cliff, and you're still pondering, well, should I buy that land? You're still pondering, well, should I plant that garden? Yeah, Ray Clay. I got jalapenos and serrano peppers. I got this little tarp in the way. I meant to move it for the video, I guess, but it's been raining off and on today, and then I got bugs, man. I got these little fucking caterpillars. They're chewing up all my leaves, pissing me off. There's serrano peppers right there, and basil at the base of that, and then jalapenos right there. Let's see if I can set this back up in the fall. People in this country, they've been brainwashed or trained or manipulated or what the fuck ever to think you got to do everything all last minute. And then when you run out of time, then you're like, oh, well, how the fuck did we get here? What up, Lance Corporal? Oh, I'm gonna have to go yell at these fools if they gotta slow down. See if they go fast, so I can go yell at them. Oh shit. So duty's about to call. I gotta get back to work here, but I don't understand why people wait. I don't understand why people wait. The country is totally lost and gone. I don't understand why people wait for even simple things. You should already pulled the trigger on land. You should already pulled the trigger on planting a garden to feed your family. This is not something that you think about next year. I don't know. I imagine they'll last for a while if as long as they're in a cool, dark place. I mean, I imagine. I don't see what the difference would be if they were if you dried out, you know, peppers with the seeds in them as opposed to taking the seeds out and putting them in a paper package. I mean, it seemed like it would be the same. So, like all the bugs are out right now. It's just crazy. I'm supposed to go fishing too, but geez, the bugs are just ruthless. So I don't know why people will wait and wait and wait and wait, and then people are going to be pissed when they can't change their scenario. You know, when it's too little, too late, people will be mad. And to me, as long as you're mad at yourself, then that's fine. That makes sense. You know, but to be mad at anybody else other than yourself, especially when you had a whole group of people on here for like 10 years. There's a whole group of people that were on a channel together doing chats telling you for all these years. All those people had their own solo channels where for 10 years they were telling you the same things on those solo channels. Even going into it, breaking it down monkey style, you know, from fucking socks and shoes to a boonie hat, you know, I mean, people have been through this for years and years and years trying to tell the rest of the people in this country what was coming. You know, maybe just everybody just didn't believe it, and maybe that's what the problem is. But if you're still waiting on purchasing some land, if you're still waiting on putting a garden in, I mean, geez, I don't know what else it'll take. I mean, do you wait till next year when like you can't even do a garden because you might not even be able to find seeds, or who knows what next year is going to be? I mean, everybody should have had their seeds in the ground last month, you know, so I got a ton of seeds in the ground. I got a ton of stuff growing. I got a ton of bugs. So it's, you know, even with the bugs, I still am already eating green beans off the plant. I'm already got tomatoes starting to form. Peppers are right around the corner. The flowers are already there. The broccoli head is already growing. The corn is already starting to get to fertilizing itself. These little corns right here, not yet, but that's a male all the way back up there. It's got the dick sticking out the top. Just waiting to pollinate a female. So hopefully that works out. Hopefully everything works out, but it still puts me above where I was last year or the year before, or the year before that, because I was growing a little bit here and there these last couple years that I got here, but each year went bigger. This is the biggest so far, and then God willing, next year will be even bigger. But whoever thought that a country thought of hardened, liberty loving son of a guns would just give up so easily and allow all this to happen, you know, from you know, being so dependent on fucking formula, or being so dependent on food from the government, or money from the government, or housing from the government, etc., etc., etc. And now they just want to come into your house and snatch up guns, right? That's the next thing. So don't be surprised when they make that declaration, because the Republicans, conservatives, they're on the side with the Democrats. They're ready to do something. I mean, they want to, it seems like everybody's on board with moving the age from 18 to 21 to buy a rifle. And why is that? You know, so you could be 18, you could go in the military, you could be 17, go in the military and not be able to drink, smoke cigarettes, or buy a gun. What's the point of even going in the military, I'd ask, even without all that, but there you go. Let me know what you guys think. I just gotta get some shit off my chest sometimes. That's the only reason I even fire these up anymore. Shout out to Lance Corporal and Ray Clay for dropping in. That's all I seen. Oh, Vborg, what up, Vborg? And Sap. And Pixel Face Killer, what up? But I might run one tonight. We'll see what's up. But pay attention to the channel. Oh, Vegas Woman 702, what's up? So shout out to everybody. I keep them coming. I keeps it real. I'm always gonna keep it real. It just is what it is. Been saying what I've been saying for 10 fucking years, maybe more. I say more. But all right, Sap. Hopefully we get through these bugs.